Hey everyone, on this week's episode, we'll be discussing the merits, demerits, the consequences, and how to deal with anger. So, we'll be discussing different types of anger and how it can be used to channel your purpose and drive in your life. Before we get into this episode, I'd like to share why we chose this topic for this week. Some of you may have followed the Olympics. I'm very happy to share that the Indian Olympic contingent won 7 medals, and that's the best tally so far. So kudos to the entire team, the ones who tried getting into the finals, the ones who made it to the finals, the ones who couldn't get into the Olympic final round, and the ones who won medals. So the entire population and the people behind the scenes need to be appreciated. And this story that I'm trying to share is from the Olympics. So a couple of days ago, there was the women's Olympic hockey team bronze medal match. So they reached the semifinals and then they lost, and they were playing for the third position. And as soon as the game was going on, they were trailing 2-0. They were trailing by 2 goals behind Great Britain, I believe. And there was some incredible fight back by the team, and almost only within the last 5 minutes did Great Britain score the third goal. So around the 70th minute mark, India had equalized, and it was a very, very close call when it came to getting the medal. So when this happened, there's going to be a mixed sort of responses from the population. So you're going to have one group of people who are appreciating, sort of lifting the morale, and there are some who try to do that, but they also have that frustration that they lost, and the frustration part is a bit more stronger within them. And there's the other group of people who have this sort of anger, rage, frustration, and it's Olympics can essentially be seen as, or any major event or news can be seen as a diversion from their daily activities. Like, it can be a place where they can exercise some sort of control or show some sort of power, by talking about it. When they say, this is better than that, they can show their opinions that might distract them from their daily activities. So, and what shocked me was when I heard the news that the Olympic women's team's players' homes in Uttar Pradesh in India and a couple of few other parts of India, where you had people come in who were angered, who were enraged, and they started throwing stones and at the players' homes in India. So mind you, they haven't even returned back to India. They haven't even digested the loss. So even before all that has happened, you had these people angry at them and doing these things. So after hearing the story, what do you guys think?
Okay, yeah, I can go first. Yeah, first thing I can think of, while dealing with, like when you're watching a match, and like I do watch a lot of sports. I mean, not watched Olympics properly, but I have watched a lot of sports. So one thing I would say is, like, when your team loses a match, when you're or when a team you support, when it's like really important to you, sometimes losing a match might seem like grieving, and that's the strength of that emotion that they're feeling. And with that extent, I can sort of understand where it's coming from. And I've also seen it in cricket, even back in like 2003 or so, when in the Indian cricket team, with Rahul Dravid and Saurav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar, people used to throw stones at their houses. And I've listened to those stories, so this is not coming as a surprise to me. But that's one of the reasons why like even when someone says, hey, the person's grieving, let them be. And I would say no, like, yeah, I understand the person's grieving, but there's even then there are right ways to do it, wrong ways to do it, and sometimes them doing certain things is actually affecting them a lot more. And this is one of the reasons why like, this is a very important topic to talk about. And over here they have not reacted the right way. They have not control their anger. They have not, like they are being aggressively, they are really aggressively expressing their anger, and in a way that not just affects them. Because, technically this could be seen as a criminal act, and they could be put into jail. So they can have, they, like there can be legal proceedings done on this. Plus, outside of that, people might have got hurt. Now everyone's going there. They've done so much for this country, and they're gonna feel like they are not validated for their efforts, which is what we should be doing, because they've done a great job. They're representing us, and you know like, showing anger is not a wrong thing. You should be able to show anger at them as well, when or showing disappointment, showing sadness. But throwing stones is not showing anger. That's just like brutally, like you're taking away the focus of it, and trying to choose words, and still say, yeah, they make the same thing. And that's my feeling towards it. Kripa?
Yeah, I feel the similar way too. And this was such a shameful thing to happen, in our country. I really feel very bad. And there were a lot of, casteist remark, lot of hate spreading. This is a very misdirected anger and hate. I think the hate exists, and this was just a excuse for them to act upon that. And it really breaks my heart to know such incidents happen. And I feel like I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm like actually speechless. I don't know. There is no way that this anger can be justified. I understand the feeling that they have lost something or they didn't win something. I understand the negative emotions going through them, but expressing it in this way was really bad. I think I don't know what to say. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't think it was even. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Akshay.
A similar thing was even done, like with the World Cup, where in England, three of the players they missed their penalties. It was Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and Saka, and there was a lot of racist comments that was done, and a lot of people were even thinking, you don't even know if it's like the anger, the people who are angry, who are doing this as a cause, or like just racist in general, using this as an opportunity moment to be a racist. And the same thing can be said with because caste people, whatever. People can be using this as an opportunity moment, and people can be throwing stones because that they can be using this as an opportunity moment. So sometimes while you're thinking the psychology behind it and everything, sometimes it's just very simple that people are just utilizing the opportunity, and because it's not opportunities are just not it's not just there for profits. Opportunities come all over the place, and people can use it in any ways, and this can be one of them as well.
Right. Yeah, quick follow-up on the points that you guys said. So 3 guys have been booked. I don't remember the article, but 3 guys have been booked, for kind of disturbing the peace. That's what the article is called, of that person's house. And there definitely is, the action was towards the caste of that person. So it was particular person's player's house. And anger is an issue where you can also think of it in this term, in this perspective. So displaying anger can also be sometimes seen as a privilege, luxury. Displaying anger. So I'm not saying experiencing anger. Experiencing anger, yes, that happens to everyone. But displaying anger could cost their life. Displaying anger could cost them their job. You have stories happening everywhere. You have Asian American hate that happened last year in the US, and you have people who are in the lowest sections in India. So when they display their anger at something, it just doesn't go by well. And so displaying anger can only be done when they reach this sort of a higher position within the society. So that could be due to economic reasons, financial reasons, or just them in some way forgetting their past or moving to another city. That's the only way where they can change, or moving to another country. So that's the only way where they are able to display anger, because they don't have that caste baggage or race baggage or something else pulling them down. So, it's also important to understand the anger that's left unexpressed within the community. So it's also important to hear those voices when we talk about anger. Yeah.
That's actually a very good point. Yeah, like sports is one place where people are okay with people being angry, and a lot of pent up anger from other places are sometimes shown here. That is very true.
Yeah.
So anyway, so like because for all these reasons, people really need to understand how to be angry, and that's the question we're going to answer tomorrow. Take a look at it. See you tomorrow.
Oh, you're still here? Well, thanks for getting to the end of the video. Hey, while you're still here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get new updates when we post videos. Also, make sure to check out these equally exciting videos as well. Have you pressed it yet? Come on, you have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, press it now.